Olá, welcome to one more video from Mia's Maris Academy Learn Portuguese Online. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Mia and I'm a qualified teacher with more than 10 years of experience. I have many happy students from many corners of the world and I'm always bringing the best European Portuguese content out to you so you can learn Portuguese the native speaker way, so the best way there is. In today's video, I'm gonna speak about Easter. Easter is around the corner, so I decided to tell you how to say Happy Easter in Portuguese and what the Easter traditions are in Portugal. So, if you want to know more about it, stick with me. But before I continue, don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to learn more about Portugal and Portuguese. That would be really helpful for me. So yeah, thank you if you do that. So with no further ado, let me tell you about Easter traditions in Portugal. So being mostly a Christian country, Portugal sees a lot of things happening around this time of the year. As you may know, Easter changes dates every year, so it's not in the same date every year, as it always depends on when the first full moon was after the beginning of spring in the northern hemisphere. So it's gonna be autumn in the southern hemisphere, or fall. It seems rather complicated, right? For me as well, a little bit. But actually, this calculation is called computus in Latin, and it comes from the medieval ages. So speaking about names as well, in Portuguese, Easter is Páscoa. And this denomination comes from an Hebrew noun, which I think it's something like Pesach. I don't really know how to say it, which symbolizes the passage from slavery to freedom. And actually, that's kind of the main message of Easter, since Christians celebrate the death and resurrection of Jesus, which Christians believe led to the freeing of the human souls from sin. In Portugal, Holy Friday, or Sexta-feira Santa, is a holiday, and Sunday is the culmination of Easter, since we celebrate the resurrection of Christ. We call it Domingo de Páscoa. Domingo de Páscoa. However, the preparation for Páscoa starts 40 days before, at the beginning of Quaresma, which is a time to meditate, reflect, and be spiritual for Christians. Some people also fast, for example, abstaining from meat. A tradition that has been gaining some strength in Portugal is the egg hunt. So children color eggs, which we call ovos da Páscoa, and believe in the Easter bunny, or Coelho da Páscoa, Coelho da Páscoa. Normally, adults hide the chocolate eggs, ovos de chocolate, for the children to find, and everyone has a lot of fun. And also, we tend to spend Easter with our loved ones too, of course. This year is a bit of an exception, but normally we do spend it with our family and close friends sometimes. So, now let's speak about what we eat, about food. In Portugal, the most common dish in Easter is cabrito. This is the baby goat, and the meat is very tender and it has a very distinct taste. For vegetarian people, there are now some alternatives, and I'm one of those people who can't bring myself to eat a baby animal anymore. I just can't. But yeah, this is the tradition in Portugal currently and for now. So there are also some good sweets and desserts. For example, we have a kind of sweet bread which is called fular, and it's really good and it has a typical taste, and it's typical from Easter. If you never tried it, be sure to do so when you can come and spend some time here in Portugal. But how do you wish a happy Easter in Portuguese, you may be asking? So here are some of the most common ways to do just that. So the first one is Feliz Páscoa, or Páscoa feliz. You can say both, as in this case, it doesn't matter if the adjective comes before or after the noun. It's a bit artistic to say Feliz Páscoa, so don't be afraid to use it. It gives the words kind of more strength, alright? And literally it means Happy Easter. Then we have Boa Páscoa. This is another way to wish a Happy Easter to someone, and literally it means Good Easter, Boa Páscoa, which in English would be something like Have a Good Easter. So don't forget that the adjective bom has to be changed into boa because Páscoa is a feminine noun, a Páscoa. In the case of Feliz Páscoa that we saw above, the adjective doesn't change to feminine because it doesn't end in an O but in a Z. So when it ends in a Z, it's not gonna have a change. Okay, so yeah, that's basically how to wish Happy Easter in Portuguese, and I would like to know how you celebrate Easter in your country. Do you do it at all? And if so, do you spend it with family or friends? Please let me know all about it in the comments below. And also again, pretty please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and hit the notification bell somewhere around here so you receive a notification anytime I post a new video. That would be really amazing, and thank you in advance for doing that. It would mean a lot to me. So yeah, that's it. I wish you a Happy Easter, Boa Páscoa, Feliz Páscoa ou Páscoa Feliz. Beijinhos e até ao próximo vídeo. Bye! See you! Boa Páscoa! Virgin Mary had a baby boy. Virgin Mary had a baby boy. Virgin Mary had a baby boy, and they say that his name was Jesus.